It is such a pleasure to be joining you for this free workshop on police violence and disabled advocacy, co-facilitated by disabled equity activists and artists, The Curiosity Paradox. My name's Claudia, artistic executive producer of Calling Up Justice, a transmedia social justice practice. I'm a Black woman with purple and black braids, sitting in front of a green screen background of protesters working to end racial violence and police brutality. I will be joining you later on in your workshop process. We are doing a transmedia experiment where I, in real time, will be working with a separate group of Indigenous dancers, and then will join you after you've had a chance to engage with this text. Before we begin, I would like to offer this digital land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that settler colonizers and imperialists from Europe took and unceded the land on which we gather from the people who had stewarded it for generations. The land has been and continues to be occupied and held by force. Disability Art and Culture Project is located on the traditional and unceded territory of the Chinook, Clackamas, Multnomah, Cathlamet, and Kalapuya people, as well as many unnamed bands. We acknowledge that we are contributing to that legacy now. We acknowledged that settler colonizers and slavers from Europe used stolen and enforced labor of African people to subsequently develop the land. We honor the lives of all who endured and continue to endure in the face of settler colonialism and white supremacy. Since our activities are shared digitally to the internet, let's also take a moment to consider the legacy of colonization embedded within technological structures, including the equipment and high-speed internet, which are not available in many Indigenous communities. Even the technology that we use that are central to much of the communication and art we make leave significant carbon footprints, contributing to changing climates that disproportionately affect Indigenous and marginalized peoples worldwide. I invite you to join us in acknowledging all of this, as well as our shared responsibility to make good of this time and for each other to consider our roles in reconciliation and decolonization. Thank you so much to Spiderweb Show and H. Harakuti Sharif for pieces of that language I just shared with you. I look forward to joining you shortly for the rest of this conversation.